Procrastination is common during periods of stress, and preparing for exams is definitely stressful. We can try and distract ourselves with other things to relieve the stress. But the problem is, the important tasks still need to be done. So how can we reduce the instinct to procrastinate? The first important principle is clarity. Remember, if you're unorganized, then the brain will use this as an excuse to procrastinate. There are 3 ways to increase clarity. Where, when, what. This refers to where you will be doing the important task, in this case the place you will revise, what needs to be done when you sit down at your desk, and when each task needs to be done. The most effective way to facilitate this is to have a revision timetable. On a weekly basis, you should know what your focus will be on each day. A timetable should reflect what needs to be prioritized and what you need to spend more time on. Watch the video on revision structure to get a better idea of timetabling. As well as weekly clarity, you must also be clear about what you'll be doing on a particular day. So it is best to plan the night before, create a to-do list, and decide the schedule for the next day. If you start a day unsure of what exactly needs to be done, you will find an excuse to procrastinate. The second important principle is action. You can be extremely organized but still do not do what needs to be done. So how do we make it more likely that we start? Break down each item on your to-do list into smaller, manageable tasks. This will make it easier to begin because you will be less intimidated. It will also help clarity because you'll know exactly where to begin. Procrastination is essentially a matter of how you feel. And if you don't feel like doing an important task, it is normally caused by your thoughts. The thoughts might take the shape of believing that a topic is too hard for you, or a revision session is too much effort. But these are just thoughts and not necessarily valid. It's important to non-judgmentally observe these thoughts without getting attached to them. If you do this, they won't have as much power over you. You can also write down alternative thoughts to the negative ones that are stopping you from being productive. For example, I have shown before that I am capable of learning complicated concepts, so I can do it again. Or, yes, revision isn't particularly enjoyable, but it's not going to kill me. If you still find yourself procrastinating, then a technique that works well is the 5-second rule. Count back from 5. Once you hit 0, move towards your desk without thinking. Do this whenever you have to do something and you're putting it off. In conclusion, clarity and action are the 2 important principles of combating procrastination. You can improve clarity by having a weekly timetable and planning each day the night before. You can increase your rate of action by breaking tasks down to make them easier, by being mindful of your thoughts, and using the 5-second rule.